This is the walkthrough of my game. My game is a rocket game where it's a two-player game. The user or the player have to pop the balloon in order to gain points. If the user popped a negative balloon or the balloon that is in the color red, the player will lose health. To enhance the user experience, I have also added the background music. I have used variable, classes, and functions for designing this game. This is the variable function that will be later used. The variable that will be later used in the game. This is the background function that will load the music. There is a classes. The first class is player class. This class defines the properties and functionality of a player character. It includes attributes like player position, velocity, health, point, and twist control. It also has a rocket color, body color for different players, for player 1 and player 2. Then there's how the rocket will be drawn. Then how the rocket will move. Thruster control, right thruster for moving left thruster for moving right. Then the middle thruster for moving up. The collision, that if the player comes near each other, what will happen. And then for checking items. It also has a method of drawing the players and handling movement based on the player's input. This updates the player position. Next is class is variable class or particle class. This class defines a particle object used for visual effect like crystal trails. It includes properties like position, function for fire from the rocket, a function for drawing stars at the background of the game or behind the game, and how the stars will fade away. Then the next class is item. This class represents how the items will appear on the screen and can be collected or popped by the user. It has an environment property like position, size, and color. And also she has the timer that blink if the time is near. The class status. This class defines temporary text displayed on the screen for events like points gain or health loss. Then the combo class combo. This class defines a temporary text is displayed on the screen for combo points gained. It includes properties like multiplier, a combo multiplier. Then function setup. This function setup sets the canvas to window height and window width. It also sets the frame rate of how the user can play the game. It is not maximum, not minimum, it is in the middle. The function initial for each player. This function initializes two players with the position and the colors. This function for home screen. It has some basic information like welcome to the game and tap to start, and how the user player 1 will play the game, how the user player 2 will play the game. Then the game over screen, it shows that which of the player have won the game or the game is over if none of the player has won or lose. Then a pause screen. My game has a function that the user can pause the screen by pressing the down arrow, and if the user wants to go back to the home screen, it can press the up arrow, and if it wants to go back to the game which is playing, then it can go back. You can click down arrow. Then the next function is for adding items. This function creates a new item every time at a specific position. This function is for time. It converts time seconds. This next function is for adding stars in the background. The stars width, height, and maximum stars that fill up your time. Then the next function is for drawing. This function draws the head of the display or the main part of where the user's points, health, and other basic information will be displayed. The next one is display point. It displays the point the user had gained. Next is for displaying combo. This function displays the combo points gained under the drawing for a short period of time. The next function is display health function. This function displays the health that the user have gained or lost or lose. Then the next function is the function draw. This function is the main draw loop that repeatedly runs. It handles the background drawing, the placement of the different balloons or the object that the user will have to pop or collect. Then it will also update the players with their moves and their health for player 1 and player 2, and when the game is over. This displays the point of each user or player. This function can reset the game back to the original state, and this function initializes the game again so that the user can play the game again. This function is for when the key is pressed. It has keys like up arrow, down arrow. What will up arrow do? What will down arrow do if it is in game pause state? Then it is for key released function. This is it for the walkthrough of my game.